If you're watching this video, you've probably already seen the direct, so I'll just make this quick. First of all, just from what we've seen, this game looks great. I've already seen the trailer like 10 times. After 14 years of new Soup sequels, this really feels like a new Super Mario game. Obviously, I can talk about the art style, which is amazing, but there's little things in the trailer too, like the animations on Mario, which is so nice to see after the lifeless Mario we get in the new Soup games. I also noticed things like how there's no point system, which kinda makes sense. The idea of a point system is pretty outdated nowadays. This game honestly feels like what Mario Odyssey was for the 3D games. A Mario overhaul, and I'm here for it. This video is basically a wish list for what I would love to see in a new side-scrolling Mario game. But either way, I'm happy just getting something that isn't new Soup. So, let's just get into my hopes for Super Mario Wonder. We've seen the same Bowser kidnapping Peach story 1,000 times, but it's evident that the story is gonna be different seeing as Peach is a playable character. But I also hope they don't just go in the 3D world route and they're like, oh well, instead of saving Peach, you're saving fairies. It would be awesome to see a story we've never seen before, like something on par with one of the RPGs like the Mario and Luigi games or like Paper Mario. A narrative that's different with new interesting characters in a mainline Mario game would be super cool. Let's be honest, modern Mario games kinda hold your hand. Mario games in the past were a challenge to beat, especially near the end. Now, obviously, I think the game should still be accessible to everyone, so I think they should take the Super Mario Bros. 3 route. At first glance, it feels like you really need to be a pro to be able to beat the last world in that game. But if you make the choice to play every world and look for secrets, it makes World 8 way easier to conquer because of the items that you've collected. This system works great because it works for both hardcore players and casual players. I think at the very least, Super Mario Bros. Wonder should at least have like a hard mode or a challenge mode. That would be kind of nice. Now this is something that almost certainly won't happen, but I'll say it anyway. A big problem with the new Soup games after Wii is that since they support simultaneous co-op, the level design is way more stretched out and spacious so that it could fit 4 players. Now this works fine in multiplayer, but when you're playing by yourself, it makes it feel very empty. It also makes the platforming much more boring because it's hard to conclude things like tight jumps. I mean, you can just imagine a level like this not working well when you're playing with 3 other people. I think having to have 4 players in mind really limits creativity for levels, but to be fair, I'm not sure how they would get around this. Super Mario Bros. Wonder allows you to play with 4 players, so it's not likely we'll be getting those types of platforming levels. Okay, I get it. 2D Mario games are kind of supposed to be linear, but something I like about the collectathon Mario games, like 64 for example, is that you get to choose the next level you play and how you'll progress through the game. Now in Wonder, it seems like the Wonder Seed is the main collectible and will probably be involved in the progression. But real quick, I want to show y'all this screen cap from the trailer. That looks like branching paths to me. Imagine how fun it would be to choose which Wonder Seeds you actually want to get in the levels, like Moons in Odyssey or Stars in 64. That would honestly allow for so much freedom, and I hope we see these branching path things all over the game. Okay, this one's probably just me, but for some reason the name Super Mario Bros. Wonder just doesn't roll off the tongue. I honestly think that they should drop the bros from the name, so it's just Super Mario Wonder. Dropping the new was a good start to differentiate the game from the new Soup games, but I think dropping the bros would make it even better. I'm also just not a huge fan of this logo. It's just a bit boring in my opinion. Here's a mock-up I made where I put the Wonder Seed in the background, just to kind of like spice it up. It really doesn't matter because this won't affect the game, it's just personal preference. Either way, they're not going to change it because the game's already pretty late in development and they've already announced the name, so it's whatever. That's basically all I could think of for what I want to see out of the game, but I just want to say that this game is such a step in the right direction for the series, and that no matter what we get, at least it will be new. This Direct in general was just amazing, for Mario fans especially. I mean, Nintendo really gave us a feast. It was so refreshing to just see a new art style and new mechanics like that weird power-up that makes the world go crazy. That kind of stuff is really cool. And if you've seen any videos on the second channel, you probably know that, at least for Mario games, I'm a bit of a completionist.
Oh my god! Oh jeez! Oh my god! Oh, jeez.
So all I can say is that I'm very excited to collect every Wonder Seed when this game drops.